sports. It's in the game.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Chicago Bears. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Here we go. I'm good.
Be patient. Mental mistakes out there, offense. Make some good calls, offense. Make some plays out there.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Herbert once more. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Fields. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Usually the big fella is a blocker, a lead back, but he gets the ball on 1st down. What a surprise for everyone. And as a former safety, if he breaks into the secondary and you see him coming, you just know that's a whole lot of man you've got to deal with now.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's the pickup you want on 1st down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on 1st down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
On 2nd down, here's Fields. Flush to his right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields sliding out of the pocket. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. On 4th down, Fields. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. At about the 32. Now ETN to start the drive. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4. Now Lawrence out to his left. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
My high school football coach was very fond of saying, you've got to meet force with force. And on a short yardage running play, that's what you're going to encounter. And how about them picking up the 1st down on that one?
On 1st down, right back to ETN. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. ETN trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Steps away. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence punching it in from a yard away. And the Jaguars post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Antonio Johnson, a nice tackle there behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Come on, boys. Let's power up.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now Fields. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Agnew now to return. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal. The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
On the move to his left. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big third down play there for the Jags. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. Rolling, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And they're going to speed things up here. On first and 10, it's Etienne. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Touchdown! Evan Ingram, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Fields on third down. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go, son.
Get it together.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Back to the air, Fields on second down. He completes it to Jones. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 50, here's Fields. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Bears 3.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
A good effort there from Javon Dexter. He drops him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone. Open man right side is St. Brown. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Herbert. will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
And they can thank their defense for this one. They were set up with a short field following the turnover, but they took care of business as well, working their way down and finishing with a strong run into the end zone for their first touchdown of the game.
Bears offense staying put. Justin Fields always a threat to run. They'll go for 2 here. They'll try and run it here. But he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Highly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. That's such a costly interception. Nearly a pick-6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
He'll try again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Khalil Herbert with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Bears have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. On 1st down, Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
My, maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. And he can't escape, and down he goes. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Boy, what a